I'm really delighted to be here. It's my first visit to Zagreb. I got lost last night and my telephone wouldn't communicate with the internet to allow me to use Google Maps, so I had to walk into a hotel and someone gave me a paper map. Technology. What I wanted to start by doing, actually, was just sharing some thoughts that particularly struck me during the sessions this morning. And it's basically a number of words that I jotted down that kind of resonate strongly with me and that I think I will be touching on during the next 10, 15 minutes. So we heard something about environmentalism. We heard quite a bit about education and skills. We heard something about sustainability, globalization, working across sectors. What I was particularly interested in as a foresight is that people are talking about the notion of foresight, of looking into the future, looking further into the future than maybe we normally do. Thinking about ecosystem development, thinking about flexibility, looking to develop a smarter society. So not just building on what we have, but really looking at what we need to do to fundamentally change the way that we're going into the future. Looking at human connectivity, because we need to put humanity and society at the heart of the technological developments that we have. I liked the notion of experimentation, of failing early. And this is a mindset shift, I think, that a lot of us probably have within our working environments. People-centric, I think I've mentioned, but also this idea of how do we create truly citizen services. And there's a link there to the private sector, which is very much about putting the customer at the heart of what we do. So hopefully I'm going to pick up a few of those things as we go through the next little while. But here's my basic proposition to you, that over the next 25 years, society generally, the world at large, will change more than it has done in the previous 300. Now that's quite a grand statement, and maybe what I'm going to start to do during this presentation is hopefully put a little bit of context around that, of why I think it's the case. The first thing to say is, whilst we're talking about technology, technology is one of the critical forces that are driving change in today's world. So not only do we see technology, we see increasing uncertainty, increasing complexity in the outside world, and we've heard something about that already. We see significant shifts in demography and in society more generally. We see new ideas about urban structure coming to the fore. We see new ways that countries, cities, populations are looking to engage and looking to live. We see this notion of exponentiality, the rapid pace at which everything is changing. And I repeat again, it's not just about the technology. It's actually about all these other driving forces that we see acting within our society, be that our leisure lives or our work and business lives. So that gives us a couple of choices, maybe. The first choice open to us is kind of play by the existing rules. There's an inherent danger there, though, because if we always do what we've always done, we'll always get what we've always got. But we probably won't, because standing still really isn't an option. Standing still is tantamount to going in reverse, because of everything else that we're seeing happening in the outside world, particularly in the world of commerce. Everyone, I'm sure, is familiar with the difference that Uber and Airbnb have made to the two sectors they operate in. My favorite kind of stat about these new organizations, though, is Skype. And now, Skype's been around for some time, but it gave the basic product away in the telecommunications market. And it did that with a staff that's smaller than British Telecom's complaints department. And it has over a 40% share of international telecommunications traffic. So this idea that we can look at a business, look at a market, do something completely different and be successful takes a new mindset. It's a massive investment. So we really need to make sure that that investment is fit for the future and not fit for the past. All this says to me two things. Not only have we got to change our mindset, but we also have to change our idea of leadership. So I think traditionally, we tend to operate on the bottom left of this matrix. So we're quite clear about what's in the future, we're quite clear about the trends, and we've got reasonable agreement about how to address them. Typically, I think, we're moving to a world of wicked problems where we need extraordinary leadership. And some of those skills, I think, include foresight, curiosity, this tolerance of uncertainty, coping with complexity. I think those were skills by exception in the past. I think they're going to be prerequisites now. And for me, the ending message here is, yes, technology does represent a massive opportunity, but what we need to make sure we do is create a world suitable for mankind and not cede our responsibility to the machines.